Black Clover Chapter 291 spoilers are out, and it looks like our prediction that Zora told Magna trap magic is true. Today we explain how Magna's new power works and how he managed to place a trap spell on Dante. Furthermore, we explain how Magna can possibly steal the mana of his opponents and thus change the attribute of his fire magic. We also explain why the second gate will open very soon, why Vanica may be soon betrayed by Megicula. Black Clover Chapter 291 review and Black Clover Chapter 292 prediction here in Unami. Magna and Zora were actually at the Black Bull's base when Dante Zogratis of the Dark Triad fought Captain Yami. Zora held Magna back and told him that there is no point in interfering as he is too weak and this would literally be his end, as his magic is not yet complete. Here Zora was referring to a secret magic technique that Magna has developed over the past 6 months. And it looks like it happened as we predicted. Magna asked Zora to teach him trap magic because he knows that even though Zora is a peasant too, he was still able to fight all those royals and nobles and even managed to qualify for the Royal Knights. Now I know what many of you are thinking, this was not just Magna's attack alone, but a combination attack between Zora and Magna. But I will tell you why I think it was Magna alone. If this was really a combination magic, it would have been mentioned in the name of this attack, but since it was not mentioned, it most likely isn't. Magna and Zora appeared and after some talk here and there, Magna said to Dante that he will fight him alone. Big move, but someone as proud as Magna will keep his word and will fight alone without the help of Zora. And here's what I think happened. We know that trap magic has to be placed first in order to activate, so I believe Magna attacked Dante with a fireball, but he was actually just trying to place a trap. I believe Magna not only threw a simple fireball, but placed a trap spell inside the fireball, which then stuck to Dante after he hit him. After the trap spell was placed, Magna activated the second trap on his own body. The 2 trap spells were then connected with a fire chain, and then about 30% of Dante's devil mana was removed, causing Dante to lose his 100% devil form. But what happened to the 30% devil mana that was taken away from Dante? It has to be somewhere, right? One explanation is that the chain only prevents Dante from using the 30% devil power, as this is similar to the ability Magna used against Heath in the first arc when he sealed his magic. But if that were the case, then why it was necessary to connect the chain to Dante and himself? He could instead just put one trap chain spell in the fireball, activate it and then restrict Dante. However, this is not the case. The name of this spell means something like soul chain, which means that Dante's and Magna's soul are connected with this chain. So the mana that was sealed must now have been stored in the chain. Maybe Magna is able to use this mana for his own benefit in some way. Otherwise, this connection between Magna and Dante via the chain would not make sense. Before Magna hit Dante, he grabbed the chain and used it for his attack, suggesting that he could possibly have used a bit of Dante's mana to reinforce his punch. Perhaps this technique allows Magna to use the mana stored in the chain in such a way that it can support his initially low mana capacity. This would be exactly as we predicted in our Magna video. We thought that Magna, with the help of Zora, will develop his own technique to use more mana. This was critical to his career as a magic knight, as he simply couldn't improve due to the lack of initial mana capacity. There's a reason peasants are usually unable to join the magic knights, because they don't have enough mana for long and hard fights. The only option Magna had was the mana method of the Hard Kingdom. This allows one to use natural mana, which would have made up for Magna's low mana capacity. But even for that, Magna had too little mana to control the runes needed. If Magna is actually able to absorb the mana that is sealed in the chains, then this will finally give him the opportunity to compete against people like Luck. His disadvantage of being born a peasant and therefore having an extremely low mana capacity will be equalized by this technique. His friends could even provide him with mana, but I think Magna is too proud to use his friends' mana for fighting. How and what will happen when Magna uses this mana to his own advantage? Due to the fact that this spell is called a soul chain, and Magna's soul is connected to Dante's and Dante's mana is possibly sealed inside the chain, it seems plausible that Magna should be able to absorb mana within the chain or even directly from Dante himself to cast his own spells without using his own mana. But what would happen to Magna himself since he's the one absorbing mana from others? The answer to this question depends on the technique. We have seen this before. Henry and Asa's mother Lisita had no changes in appearance or magic, but their case is completely different. But for example, Ladros, when he absorbed the magic of the fire spirit, he appeared to have some kind of fire spirit dive. And I can see the same thing with Magna. If Magna is able to temporarily store the absorbed mana within himself, he could most likely have changes in appearance. A good example will be the devil marking on Dante's face. But here it is important to mention that the Magic Knight can only have one magic ability, except of hybrids and modified bodies and grimoires. So if, for example, Magna with fire magic received magic power or mana from someone with gravitation magic, it does not mean that he can then use gravitation magic. But it actually is possible that the attribute of his fire spells will change based on the type of magic or mana he absorbed. We saw this with Ladros when he was able to shoot beams of fire mana after absorbing fire magic. It's a bit like Nacht Devil magic, with each devil changing the attributes of a shadow magic a little. In the case of Dante, Magna might be able to use fireballs that could have some kind of gravity, such as pulling the enemy in the direction of the fireball, and so on. I think you get what I mean. Magna absorbs his opponent's mana, then he uses that mana to cast a fire spell, and the mana he has absorbed changes the attributes of the fire. I would love to see this because it would make Magna's weak and boring magic so much more unique and interesting. And it's extremely powerful, as it not only makes himself stronger, but also extremely weakens the opponent. What do you think? Will Magna be able to use mana sealed in the chain to cast his own spells? Let me know in the comments. And before Yami goes on, why the second gate is opening very soon. Subscribe to our channel if you want more Black Clover content. We are planning a lot of great videos for this and next week. If you don't want to miss it, turn on the notification bell. This way you can ensure that you will always be notified when we upload a new video.
So let's talk about what the narrator might have meant by saying two of the most high-ranked devils have been defeated. But the situation is, this obviously indicated an upcoming danger, and although the first gate's greatest threat has been defeated, things are still looking bad. What exactly could that possibly mean? It looks like literally almost all the devils of the first gate have been defeated, and the only major remaining threat is the demon god and the Dark Triad. Let's just ignore Lotus for now because Lotus is obviously not a bad guy and will most likely join humans. With the resistance of the Spade Kingdom, all the captains, the reinforcements of the Heart Kingdom, including the Spirit Guardians, the Elves and the remaining Clover Knights with all their new power-ups, Asta and Black Bulls also arriving soon. With everyone together, they should be able to defeat the Dark Triad even in their 100% devil power form. I mean, we're talking about 50 versus just 3. And of course, the ultimate weapon, Asta and Libe, can unite in 30 minutes again. So this shouldn't be a problem in general, and actually sounds pretty good. So what can be the problem that makes the solution so worse that beating the first gate of the underworld is no reason to celebrate? Obviously, the ritual is still active, and the danger of the second gate should not be underestimated, especially due to Morris, who will most likely open the second gate very soon. Nacht believes the next 30 minutes will be very scary. This is a possible indication of what will come next if Morris was able to open the first gate just a few minutes after the ritual began. Then the time it takes Morris to open the next gate should be very short. Obviously, the second gate is open before Asta and Libe can transform themselves back to their Devil Unite mode. The entire arc of the Spade Kingdom is a very fast arc in terms of time that has passed in Black Clover based on the Spade Kingdom's clock, as only a few minutes have passed since the Clover Knights entered the Spade Kingdom. We will be making a video on this subject very soon as it has been in high demand by many of our subscribers who suspected that time in Spade Kingdom is indeed being manipulated. So subscribe to our channel if you don't want to miss that video and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our new videos. If Morris really has the ability to open a gate after just a few minutes, the second gate of the underworld will open within the next 30 minutes. And hence the next high-ranking devil will appear. Yesterday we made a video about who exactly will be the next devil based on very good research in demonology. Feel free to check it out after you finish this video. We'll put the link in the comments below. So when the second gate opens, not only the new devils appear who are even stronger than those of the first gate, but also an even stronger high-ranking devil who will bring a lot of trouble with him. The question is whether the Dark Triad has actually already received the full power of their devils or whether there is more to it. Perhaps every gate limits the power of the devils who are located deeper in the underworld. For example, if the second gate opens, maybe the Dark Triad will become even stronger because another gate has been opened. We know the first gate has restricted their strength, so why shouldn't this be the case for all the following gates? We know the Dark Triad called their new power 100%, but maybe they will just get access to more mana. Those who saw our old video know that we believe the Dark Triad will be betrayed by their own devils. And the way Lilith and Nama talked about Dante and called him Lucifer's toy shows that our assumption is correct. At some point, the Dark Triad will most likely lose their devil possession. It will likely happen when the gate opens where their devils are located. Then Lucifero, Megicula, and Xenon's devil would no longer have a reason to possess a human body, since they would have their own body, and so the other devils will no longer avoid attacking the Dark Triad. Here, there is to mention that both Dante and most likely Xenon are possessed by 2 of the 3 rulers of hell, which means that their devils will not be released until the final gate is opened, while Vanica is probably only possessed by a normal high-ranking devil. Megicula is probably not even a Clifford devil, as Megicula is not a devil from any demonology. This means that any gate that opens from now on can release the layer of the underworld where Megicula lives, and therefore Vanica will be the first member of the Dark Triad to experience the betrayal of her devil. Vanica versus Megicula would be extremely interesting. Well, what you guys think about it? So let me know in the comments what you guys think about our video, and hope you guys liked it. And if you did, don't forget to smash the like button. And if you are new to our channel, make sure you subscribe with the notification bell turned on. See you guys in the next video. Have a good day. Yami out.